what is it that we have done differently this time?
There were many changes in the hardware to accomplish that. One of them is that we were landing with a single engine last time. Now we are going to land with 2 engines this time. Second is we are having more fuel on board to handle dispersions of wider extent. Then we looked at how sensors can mislead you. There are certain sensors to measure position, height, speed, relative to the moon, etc. And we try to put additional instruments to handle failures of multiple sensors.
Good evening and welcome, friend. This Sunday 9 p.m. The fact that you are watching this prime time debate Sunday evening shows how seriously you take your news, and that's why we are going to bring to you the best that's on offer today, and that's a bit of a crystal ball gazing on how the week pans out on politics, because it's a big one. We are heading into Parliament session this week, and ahead of that, both the government side and the opposition side, they are indulging in some show of strength. I'm Abhishek Kapoor. Joining me, Deepti Sachdeva.
Yes, thank you, Abhishek. And you know, like we say here at Republic, that Republic is your one-stop destination, the political news headquarters. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be an absolutely busy but an equally fascinating political week that possibly could set the tone and tenor for what happens in the big Lok Sabha elections of 2024. You must have guessed it. This is a debate on the opposition unity. You might say a core debate on opposition unity, Abhishek, but this is important because a lot has changed since the last time the opposition actually met in Patna to the meeting that happens this Monday and Tuesday in Bengaluru. Abhishek is that one person who gets you every political insight, and as always, we love hearing Abhishek, so we'll have a lot of interesting insights and a healthy debate here in just a moment. But first, we get you the headlines that we begin the show with. The opposition unity versus a super NDA, Abhishek, that's going to be the big debate. Yep. And like I said, that's also leading our headlines tonight.
Well, let's begin with the headlines. As Congress says it will oppose ordinance, AAP confirms attendance for opposition meet.
17-18 जुलाई को होने जा रही लाइक माइंडेड पार्टीज की बेंगलोर में जो बैठक है, उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी आदरणीय अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की अध्यक्षता में हिस्सा लेगी.
Capacity of the river had decreased and all the gates had got locked, and thus flooding has happened.
Republic accesses the clincher document that states that a flood meet was delayed. The question we are asking, who's responsible for the Delhi deluge? Will we have any answers?
The BJP's government of Haryana was negligent. They should have been better prepared. No? They should have accepted.
While the citizens suffer, AAP and BJP continue to blame each other for the floods in Delhi.
Despite the Ajit Pawar camp meeting with Sharad Pawar, sources say Sharad Pawar is firm. He says, I am not joining hands with the BJP.
18 तारीख को बैठक है एनडीए की, उसमें जाएंगे. कुछ बातें जो होती रहेंगी वो आपको बताएंगे. आज सिर्फ इतना कि एनडीए में हम शामिल हो गए.
Massive boost to NDA ahead of 2024. Former Akhilesh Yadav now back in NDA fold. Opposition miffed.
After the JDS and the BJP bonhomie against the Congress, this is Basavaraj Bommai dropping a huge hint. A comeback in the NDA fold is not ruled out for the JDS.
30 Hindus held hostage by bandits in Pakistan over Seema Haidar's escape to India. Pakistan Human Rights Commission takes note.
In the next few days. Remember, you have the opposition that is about to meet for the second straight time, Abhishek. That happens on the 17th and the 18th. And on the other side, you will have a huge NDA, also meeting under the aegis of the Prime Minister. That happens on the 18th. Yeah. And many would say, Abhishek, that this possibly could set the tone and tenor for what happens in 2024. Will we see parties taking side? Will we see both these coalitions? We do not know what the other coalition as the opposition is going to be called. Akhilesh Yadav had said PDA, but then there are a lot of other names and connotations that clearly for the moment has not been finalized. But look at the politics and the contradictions also in the opposition camp. Interestingly, many said that you cannot expect a Congress and an AAP and a TMC sitting together. But Nitish Kumar and Mamata Banerjee made that possible. Now it's being said that Sonia Gandhi will ensure that whatever the other perhaps fissures are in the opposition unity, that possibly could also be taken care of come tomorrow and day after. Interestingly, Abhishek, the Congress today has announced support for the Aam Aadmi Party against the Delhi Ordinance. But what happens next?
Well, you see, those somersaults, we'll see many, in fact, going into 2024, Deepthi. But I would say, because you mentioned PDA, that's something which is missing. PDA is not there to be seen between these parties because obviously there is this problem of turf war going on. And turf war would go on between these opposition parties, but there is a trench war also shaping up over the next 2 days with both the camps putting in their trenches, beefing up their trenches. And you have seen, in fact, over the last week alone, at least 6 parties either joining or rejoining the NDA. So the ruling dispensation also is not being complacent. So while you see whatever is happening in the opposition space, there's a second meeting, remember viewers, happening within a span of a month where they're trying to make some kind of tactical adjustments or try to reach an understanding on where they stand together. Even the ruling side, the NDA, has been doing so, thinking of NDA plus as it stands today, 24 parties, 6 already joined, likely 30. That's going to be there day after tomorrow. But opposition space is most interesting. We have seen how the Nationalist Congress Party was left just with its head, Sharad Pawar, with most of the mid-level leadership scooting from under his nose, and led by Ajit Pawar. Sharad Pawar's nephew is in fact part of the NDA now. It's going to be very interesting watching all those developments. In fact, in a bit of a cockiness, I would say, Ajit Pawar went to meet Sharad Pawar and said, please don't go and join the opposition meeting. You are our patriarch and remain so. So I think it's going to be very interesting watching this. Let's look at this package made by our desk on how the lines are drawn for the meetings tomorrow and day after. Then we come back to discuss.
As the race to 2024 nears, the BJP is determined to create a super NDA. One-time Samajwadi Party ally Suhel Dev Bharatiya Samaj Party is set to join the NDA fold.
हम देश के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी, देश के गृह मंत्री माननीय अमित शाह जी, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष माननीय जेपी नड्डा जी, उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री माननीय योगी आदित्यनाथ जी को बधाई देता हूं कि आपने एनडीए में सुहेल देव भारतीय समाज पार्टी को शामिल किया है। और जो लड़ाई भारतीय जनता पार्टी गरीब, कमज़ोर, वंचित, शोषित की लड़ रही थी, उस लड़ाई को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए उस योग्य मुझे समझा, इसके लिए पुनः हम बधाई देते हैं।
And it's not the only party likely to become a part of NDA plus.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष आदरणीय जेपी नड्डा जी का पत्र जरूर हम लोग को प्राप्त हुआ है और इस बैठक में एनडीए की इस बैठक को उन्होंने बुलाया है और उसमें लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी रामविलास को एक अहम सहयोगी के तौर पर उसमें आमंत्रित उसमें किया गया है।
In fact, even the JDS is testing waters if the signs are to be believed.
ನಮ್ಮ ವರಿಷ್ಠರು ಮತ್ತು JDS ನಾಯಕರ ವರಿಷ್ಠ ದೇವೇಗೌಡರ ನಡುವೆ ಇರುವಂಥ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವು ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ। ಆ ದಿಕ್ಕಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಮುಂದುವರಿತಿದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಫಲಶ್ರುತಿ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ।
But the opposition is not far behind. Ahead of the second unity meeting in Bengaluru, the Congress has extended an olive branch to AAP.
ऑपोजिशन बिगड़ता नहीं है, ऑपोजिशन यूनाइटेड है, ऑपोजिशन अच्छा है। 17-18 में बेंगलुरु में मीटिंग है, पूरा प्लान कर देंगे।
A big boost against the Delhi ordinance in the Rajya Sabha.
दिल्ली का जो ऑर्डिनेंस है, जिसे हम काला अध्यादेश कहते हैं, ये साफ तौर पे एक राष्ट्र विरोधी, देश विरोधी कानून है। हर वो शख्स जो इस राष्ट्र विरोधी दिल्ली अध्यादेश का समर्थन करता है, वो देश विरोधी है, राष्ट्र विरोधी है।
And the AAP has decided to throw their weight behind the opposition.
17-18 जुलाई को होने जा रही लाइक माइंडेड पार्टीज की बेंगलोर में जो बैठक है, उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी आदरणीय अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की अध्यक्षता में हिस्सा लेगी।
Amidst it all, the NCP remains fissured despite a Pawar camp outreach.
हम सब लोगों की जो एक इच्छा है कि राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी एक साथ रहे, हमने विनती की और साहब को ये भी कहा कि आप इस दिशा में अवश्य विचार करें। आदरणीय पवार साहब ने किसी भी प्रकार की प्रतिक्रिया नहीं दी।
Ahead of the monsoon session, is it anybody's game? Let's debate.
And a lot has changed, remember, between the first opposition meeting and the second opposition meeting, Abhishek, that happened. Maharashtra happened.
Yep.
Maharashtra happened. There is a lot of murmur of possibly something happening in Bihar. We do not know what's really going on. Then you had, once those Kattar enemies like a Kattar Imandar party and the Grand Old Party coming together, Ravi. So today you and Romesh Sabarwal ji are like those pakka friends, who will ensure कि मोदी जी को बाहर करना है. But then what happens to Delhi, what happens to Punjab and a lot of other places that we'll discuss in just a moment. We are waiting for the BJP also to join us in just a moment. A.K. Bajpai ji, spokesperson of the LJP, is representing the Chirag Paswan faction. There's a lot of buzz also about Chirag securing a ministerial berth as and when there is a reshuffle that happens. So it will be interesting to hear what the LJP says. Romesh Sabarwal ji is a member of the AICC with us. Ravi Chandru Reddy, spokesperson of the YSRCP. Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, and he literally fights for the Aam Aadmi Party. Parimal Kumarji is the general secretary of the JDU. Monojit, good to see him smiling already. He is a political analyst. He leans towards the Trinamool Congress. And let's begin with the, the best friends, the newly made best friends.
Buy Chirag in the party form.
Okay. Manojit. Yes. But there are these best friends right now on the panel. That is Ravi and Romesh. So let's begin with them. Okay, I haven't even asked you a question, but then, you really want to respond. Interesting. The opposition is looking all charged up, but, like they say, कि ये bubble समय से पहले ही तो नहीं फूट गया. So we'll see what happens with Ravi and Romesh ji. Now that both of you have patched up, Ravi, tell me what happens in Delhi, what happens in Punjab, the many contradictions when, Arvind Kejriwal has called Rahul Gandhi names, the Congress Delhi unit, the Congress Punjab unit have said, no, you should not do business with the Aam Aadmi Party. Ravi, so everything is forgotten. Everything is forgotten, and as it is, it's alleged the Aam Aadmi Party has zero ideology.
No, Deepti, AAP's love for Congress. I hope recall that the first government which was formed in Delhi was with the Congress support. Although what happened is his government lost and all that. Now here, I would appreciate Congress for the matter, not for supporting this particular ordinance, opposing this ordinance. This ordinance itself is illegal, anti-national, देश विरोधी है बिल्कुल, और इसको सपोर्ट करने वाला.
Ravi, but this is not about the ordinance, na? You know this is not about the ordinance. ये तो देश को बचाने की बात हो रही है. All of you say ये तो देश को बचाने की बात है. ये तो लेकिन लगता है ये तो आम आदमी पार्टी और अपनी गद्दी बचाने के लिए सब कर रहे हैं ना, Ravi? Otherwise, why did you decide to walk out of the earlier opposition meet? Why did you give the Congress an ultimatum?
There is no question of the government's powers have been taken away. And what AAP says is...
Ravi, apologies. We'll just try to reconnect you because it's important to hear, yes, what you say. In the meantime, quickly to Romeshji, and I think we also have Rajiv Babbar, the spokesperson of the BJP with us. Good evening, Rajiv ji. Let's take that question to Romesh and we'll try to get Ravi back with us. Now, Romesh Sabarwal ji, what happens to, Delhi and what happens to Punjab? What happens to states like Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, where there is a bipolar fight between the BJP and the Congress? The Aam Aadmi Party, we had seen Arvind Kejriwal campaigning in Rajasthan. He's called names to Ashok Gehlot. All that is forgotten?
Good evening, madam. This is not the case. We are against the ordinance because it is anti-national, anti-democratic. That's why the Congress party with the other allies,
Took you 3 months to decide.
I was still
Took you 3 months to decide.
Listen me, now let me speak, Definitely, why not? Why not? Why not? It's our prerogative. We decided, ultimately. Why not? Time is time.
Have you consulted the state unit?
The issues involved is that
Sandeep
I was
Dixit,
still doubtful.
Ajay Makan, have they also changed their views? Their statements are in public domain?
They are, I'm fine. Listen me, please. Listen me, please. I have still doubt on our party. I treat them. I can't. Don't allow me to speak. I have still doubt on our party. They are the B team of BJP because I fought election against Kejriwal. I know him. He's an outsider for Delhi. And he doesn't know Delhi issues also. We took a view, we gave our view to the Congress High Command, the Congress President, Sandeep also, Ajay also, myself also. And now the party has decided because, with the unity of the opposition parties, we have to save the country. So we have to save the country in which the party has deliberated with all the other opposition parties that we have to go against the ordinance, which is anti-country, anti-nation, anti-democratic, anti-constitutional. So the party has taken a decision now. So let's see. But I have still doubt that.
No, but Romesh ji, like I said to Ravi, and so with all respect,
I've told,
we want to listen to all of you, but the point is that there are certain direct questions that will be asked to everyone. I'm not asking about the ordinance. You've taken a stand. Fine. That is the Congress's stand and that should be respected. I want to ask, what about the other states where you have seen Arvind Kejriwal campaigning against the Congress?
If any...
Or this opposition unity charade is just for
that is the B party of BJP. Ma'am, we know it's a B party.
You're alleging the Aam Aadmi is the B team of the BJP still.
I know internally.
You have invited a B team of the BJP.
I have no trust on him.
To the opposition
I have no trust on him.
You are making it very interesting.
We have not invited you.
B team of the BJP is invited in the opposition meet and to invite the B team of the BJP, Congress does a U-turn on its long-held position on the ordinance.
This is my personal view. Party High Command has taken a decision. We will abide by that.
क्या मजबूरी रही होगी that Romesh Sabarwal, who's a member of the AICC, on a TV show, he's saying the Aam Aadmi Party is the B team of the BJP and still you want to do business with an Arvind Kejriwal? And I think we have Ravi. I'm not sure if Ravi can hear us.
Ravi can.
So I'm going to quickly go to Ravi first. Monaji, then I'm going to come back to you. Ravi. Monaji, 30 seconds, please. Ravi is back. Let him respond.
We are watching his activities.
Ravi.
See, whatever
Ravi, you are
Mr.
under the
Romesh
watch and you are the
Sabha-
B team of the BJP.
No, let him blame me. I don't mind that. But issue here is a problem with the anti-democratic government, and what his party has taken a decision is a decision in the nation's interest. It's not an interest of the particular region or particular area. As far as AAP is concerned, AAP has said
So Arvind
that
Kejriwal will not campaign in Rajasthan, he will not campaign in Madhya
Delhi and
Pradesh, he will not
Punjab,
campaign
they
in
will not contest
Chhattisgarh.
in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. They had said it. You heard it clearly.
That deal is done.
So,
Ravi, there has been a quid pro quo that has happened between the AAP and the Congress.
So actually, it's not about the ordinance. It's about tactical adjustment, tactical electoral adjustment. Are you admitting that?
National interest, in the interest of doing away with the BJP professional scene, this is a fight between united India and the divided India. The fractured India.
Do you believe
What
Ravi?
BJP
Because
is
no one
doing.
believes Ravi anymore. You know, with what he is saying. Monojit.
Ma'am, BJP is...
Our aim. They have to buy a zero political party from Bihar now. What is this LGP? How many seats they have got in the last assembly election, 2020? Big zero. So they have to buy that political party. That is what I'm smiling at.
You should be worried about
we
the
are
opposition.
Absolutely sailing through, madam.
Forget the
Both
BJP
you
right
and
now.
Abhishek are favorite
Monojit,
of mine.
we'll come to that.
Please don't disturb me.
Rajiv ji will
Both you
respond
and
to those
Abhishek are favorite
questions.
of mine. Please do not
We also
disturb
have
me.
Vajpayee
I'll call
Saha.
you out
One
in a
second. No,
moment.
Monojit.
I'll call the BJP out in a moment.
The Congress alleges still the Aam Aadmi Party is the B team of the
They have to
BJP.
buy another political
Now, what
party
is the
from
compulsion
UP,
that you need to
whom
get an
the-
Arvind
whom the
Kejriwal? You
NDA
need to
whom the
drag him
whole
to
of country
Bengaluru to
doesn't
prove
even-
a point. Can you trust him? Can you
is
trust
very
Arvind
simple.
Kejriwal?
The BJP is now buying political parties with 1 MLA, 2 MLA,
Ma'am, to save the
1 MP,
country.
0 MLA. Look at their plight and smiling at their plight. अब की बार 256 इंच का छाती का क्या हाल हुआ? ओ मैडम जी देखिए किसको क्या है?
अरे आपको बीजेपी के सारे स्लोगन्स याद है, हाँ? वेरी गुड. आपको बीजेपी के सारे स्लोगन्स याद है. लेकिन ऑपोजिशन के लिए
मनोजित
कितना सीट है पार्लियामेंट में? वो एलजीपी का जो साहब है यहाँ पर उनका कितना सीट है?
चलिए ठीक है, आपने सवाल उठाया. Let's get Rajiv quickly.
सीपीआई का कितना सीट है? मनोजित, सीपीआई का कितना सीट है? मनोजित
ठीक है, रुकिए ना. राजीव जी भी है और चिराग पासवान की पार्टी से वाजपेयी साहब भी है. दोनों रिस्पॉन्ड करेंगे. राजीव जी, this is a question that the BJP is also being asked. The Prime Minister not very long ago said, "एक अकेला मोदी सब पर भारी." You say the opposition today, the Congress is in such a spot it can't defeat the BJP alone. Fight. So, रुकिए ना, Monojit, why are you giving the cover fire to the BJP? Let them respond, no? Let them respond, Monojit. अच्छा रुकिए आते हैं आपके पास. Rajiv,
can I say now,
what is
if
the
you are
compulsion
done,
or the
can
BJP
I say
realizes
something?
it's important to stitch an alliance, sir? Yes, Rajiv ji.
So first I will give reply to the Congress and Aam Aadmi Party. Today, one thing is very clear, which we were telling, that Arvind Kejriwal has no ideology and he has no character. And the person who was abusing Congress all the time is now actually, allying with them, and he has no responsibility like that, because he was claiming so much that this is, and from day one we are saying that the Aam Aadmi Party is a B team of Congress and will become B team of Congress. This is proved today as far as Aam Aadmi Party and Congress is concerned. I understand the pain of Ramesh Sabharwal ji also, because for him to defend his party today is very difficult, because he fought against Arvind Kejriwal and a seasoned politician from Delhi, and he is actually not able to defend his party because he knows what is happening. But Kejriwal is a person who has no stand, who can go right, left, back, front, whatever suits him. That is what is his character. That is clear. As far as BJP is concerned, we have a clear message: Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas. Prime Minister always said this, that I have to take everybody. Ravi ji, Ravi ji, this is not fair. You are a seasoned person, yaar. When you were speaking, I was not disturbing. No. Ravi ji, it's not done. When you were speaking, sir.
You have done alliance with everybody in the country.
No, I will not do this kind of debate. Ma'am, please ask him to shut.
Nobody trusts you.
Because I was listening to you.
Okay, but Rajiv ji, I just want to add to that question. Ravi, let him complete his point. Ravi, please.
Ravi ji, you will get.
Ravi, you already have spoken. Please allow Rajiv ji to complete his point. Yes.
Ravi ji, what is your frustration? You will get your time. You please speak. I have not disturbed you. I was just listening whatever you were saying. That's the way we need to debate. So you will speak, I know. You need to say, but don't do like this.
Carry on.
So I have given my viewpoint. You may not be agreeing. You can say anything else. So as far as we are concerned, Pradhan Mantri ji has always said, "Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas, Sabka Saath." We have that slogan, and we are working on that. And that's why we always. This is the first Prime Minister in the country who speaks on data. Whatever he has done, he has opened everything for public audit, and this is the result that BJP is growing. And we want to take people who really want to work for the development of the country, and we are discussing with everybody, and we should.
But Rajiv ji, tell me one little thing, sir. One little thing what the opposition has been alleging. There are two slogans, Vajpayee Saab, that the BJP and the Prime Minister in particular has raised. One is Parivarvad, the other is Bhrashtachar. Now, Rajiv ji, is the LJP not a Parivarvad party for you? Is the INLD not a Parivarvad party for you?
No, can I answer?
By getting someone like an Ajit Pawar, who Devendra Fadnavis was saying famously,
NCP.
Chakki piecing, the Prime Minister called the NCP the nationalist corrupt party. By getting them on board, does this not blunt the entire slogan against Parivarvad and Bhrashtachar? Rajiv ji.
No. So please try to understand. We are working for the development of the country. We take, the agenda which is important for the country. We take that at the front, and then we what we are doing. So if you are thinking like this, that if BJP is growing and this opposition is not able to stop them, if they are not able to stop them, so that's their position.
Monojit, don't interrupt.
8,000 crore ka development.
Monojit, don't interrupt. Monojit, don't interrupt. You will get your time. You got your time.
I can understand your frustration. There is no solution. There is no alternative with the opposition. As far as Modi ji is concerned, people are happy with with Prime Minister, and not even people of country. The entire world is happy with the Prime Minister performance. So I know your frustration, and that's why you are saying like this.
राजीव जी थोड़ी मुश्किल तो हो रही है डिफेंड करने में. I think Karan, you see, even the BJP, one would say, see, they are so. Monojit, I'm coming to you about Mamata Di just in 2 minutes. Let's look at the BJP also first. You raised a question about BJP hawking for one member parties. We are discussing that only. So just listen to the defense of the BJP. Rajiv Babbar did some of it. Let me go to Karan Verma also. Karan, it seems a little wobbly defense that Mr. Rajiv Babbar was doing, I think, at least on the NCP front. But I have a question. BJP can afford to be a little more confident. The manner in which it's going around hawking for these smaller parties, does it betray some nerves? Does it give a sense of BJP betraying showing some nerves?
Look, Abhishek, BJP is a driven party. They leave no stone unturned when it comes to electoral performances, and they know that victories do matter and mandates do matter. And those who are preaching today about dharma, let's understand this. Even in Mahabharata, Krishna ji used tact once the other side crossed the line of dharma. Once the mandate in Maharashtra was given on Modi ji's name and Devendra Fadnavis's name, it was Shiv Sena, the then Shiv Sena. It was Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar who stitched together an unholy alliance. What do you expect the BJP to do then? Of course, they will also then walk the path and look for ally partners. You can't expect the BJP to just be righteous and lose this war. They will, of course, make some compromises and look for partners. Yes, they are confident, but they want to be doubly sure of a victory. The BJP has delivered.
Karan, you're conceding, and that's exactly going to be a sticking point. But before we get it, Monojit, as promised, I want to go to Vajpayee Saab, who's been patiently listening to the entire conversation. Now, A.K. Vajpayee ji, would Chirag Paswan join the union cabinet? Then what happens to Pashupanath Paras? So, is the party going to be united? Or will you people stay separate? All differences forgotten?
As far as my family and Parvarwad is concerned, that has already been broken. For the last 3 years, we have no family. And the Chirag Paswan, our national president, has been working for the last 3 years in Bihar only. So by working hard labor, he has succeeded to win the people's heart. And finally, we have received the letter from Amit Shah ji, and our party has fully authorized our national president Chirag Paswan to take appropriate decision. And we respect the invitation, but similarly, we can't forget the interest of the Bihar people and interest of our party. If both the things are protected, then we are definitely, because since 2014, we are with the NDA. We fought the election in 2014 with the BJP. Then 2019 also we fought with the BJP, and BJP always respected the limitations of alliance. They offered the seat, despite they were having 282 seats in 2014. They made our beloved leader Ramvilas Paswan as a cabinet minister.
No,
and similarly,
in
2019 also.
What happens to the Lok Sabha seat?
Lok Sabha seats, what?
Has it been decided which seat will Chirag Paswan contest from?
This is not the time. This is not the time. This is not the time. We will decide it at the later stage when the things will become and the election will be announced. Simply, we are trying to express our view that we want to protect the interest of Bihar. Nitish has completely failed to protect the interest of the Bihar. For the last 18 years, he is in power. And earlier, the Lalu was in power. What they have done? In the index, in the development index, if you know.
Let's ask that question to Parimal. Yes, Parimal ji.
Not the top.
Okay, Parimal ji, isn't it difficult? Because see, if you will raise questions at the BJP and anyone else, questions will also be asked of Nitish Kumar. There was one time, if we can also have Parimal ji back on the screen. Parimal ji, Nitish Kumar was called the Sushasan Babu. Not anymore. He has zero ideology. He keeps shifting poles from one side to the other. How can Nitish Kumar also be trusted? He's also looking for his own political settlement after being the chief minister for so long.
You see, BJP is the threat for unity and integrity of the country. Actually, BJP spokesman said that
it became so in 2021.
Is really prohibited at the global level. You should know that
BJP became a national threat only in 2021 after long 20 years.
The foreign policy of Narendra Modi government became super flop. You see, actually we are under pressure of China. China is surrounding India from all the sides. And for this string of...
You're talking about China and everything else, Parimal ji, why don't you talk about Bihar and Jungle Raj? The plank that was used by Nitish Kumar for the longest time to stay in power. He said, Lalu Raj mein kuch nahi hua. And today it's absolutely fine. Tejasvi Yadav is charge sheeted. He is still the deputy chief minister. So corruption does not matter to Nitish Kumar anymore. He has compromised with corruption.
Of the Shasan of our leader is based on zero tolerance and crime and corruption and communalism. You should know that. What is the case of Tejasvi Yadav? You see, the case was filed in 2017. 2 times CBI conducted investigation and find no particular evidence. It was almost closed. Again, then our particular.
Then why did Nitish Kumar moved out of the Mahagathbandhan earlier?
Again, they started.
Can you tell us that? It's all about your convenience. No, it's no longer about democracy. It's not about the country. Why don't all of you make it very clear? It's about personal interest of different political parties. No, Parimal ji.
When we were along with BJP, we never allowed them to implement the ideology of RSS. When they started, our leader was not BJP from the political scenario of BJP.
Why don't you speak about Tejasvi Yadav and his corruption? Nitish Kumar ji has been saying he has zero tolerance towards communalism, towards crime, towards corruption. So today, when you have a charge-sheeted deputy chief minister in Tejasvi Yadav, Parimal ji, questions will also be asked of you. Why don't you ask Tejasvi to resign?
You see now, some days before, Narendra Modi himself said that LJP, NCP leader facing the charge of 70,000 crore scam. But
अरे तो आप भी different नहीं है ना परिमल जी?
No. Actually, this is not definition of actually BJP. You try to establish itself like a washing machine. Whoever will be with the part of NDA is exonerated from all the charge. And
let's look at
that BJP is ruthlessly.
Rajiv Babbar wants to say. Rajiv Babbar wants to get in. Rajiv Babbar, before we come to you, Mr. Kumar, you made a point. Mr. Kumar, you made a point. You made a point. Let me take this to the BJP. But before BJP, I want Ravi Chandra Reddy. I want Ravi Chandra Reddy of the YSRCP on air. And the question to you is, Mr. Reddy, that YSRCP as of now seems to be nowhere party in terms of alliances. You are absolutely clear you're not going to the opposition camp because the principal opposition, insofar as Andhra is concerned, is Congress. But then the BJP seems to be, courting the TDP equally. So I think you are in a pick-on situation where you don't know where you have to go. So it's not that the opposition is jousting for some kind of workable unity. There are issues with you also, for example, vis-a-vis NDA.
Good evening, Abhishek ji. Good evening to all panelists and respected madam. And as YSRCP representative, in Andhra Pradesh, we are having young and dynamic CM, YS Jagan Mohan Reddy ji. He is doing all the work for Andhra Pradesh and having very cordial relation with the central government. I'm saying specifically with the central government as state government, not with BJP as with YSRCP. We are not aligning with anybody. We are committed to Andhra Pradesh development. We are sticking to our manifesto. We are developing Andhra Pradesh is our priority at top level. Because after bifurcation, Andhra Pradesh had so many problems. We want to keep Andhra Pradesh as number one state in entire country. As we are having young and dynamic visionary CM, while Jagan Mohan Reddy is striving for that, we withdrawn from Telangana as well. We are sticking to one state for Andhra Pradesh. This is our commitment. However, we are having 22 MPs in Lok Sabha out of 25. We are having prominent number and 10 MPs in Rajya Sabha. We are supporting the central government or whatever the bills comes on priority basis with the point-to-point agenda. We are not supporting without any discussion or unanimously or some merging with the policies or different ideology. We are not supporting them. On policy basis, we are supporting to the central government. However, we are maintaining the cordial relation with the central government, not with the BJP or the political party. Got it. Before we are single in Andhra Pradesh, committed to our agenda and committed to deliver our manifesto and sticking to the policies of Andhra Pradesh people for the development.
Mr. Reddy, you sort of sidestepped the question that I asked, which is your pick-one situation vis-a-vis the TDP and the TDP is hobnobbing with the BJP. I'll go to BJP on that one, but before that, Manojit Da, I have a question for you. Now you see, Mamata Didi, because of her post-surgery recovery, perhaps was not wanting to go to the opposition meet. She needed a call from Sonia Gandhi, where apparently she told, Adhir Babu abuses me, calls me a dictator. We have D. Raja, who in a soundbite said, what happened in Bengal is shocking, the state is terrorized. And obviously, he is obliquely accusing the TMC of terrorizing the people of Bengal. And the same set of people now there would be in the opposition meet where finally, after a phone call from Sonia Gandhi, Mamata Didi has agreed to come. So I think, what do you do of Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, who calls Mamata Didi a dictator and TMC cadres goons? What do you do of D. Raja, who says Bengal lives in terror or living in terror? What happened in Bengal during the Panchayat elections was shocking. So it's not that simple for you also, Manojit Da.
I do not know where I would got this information from, these micro details of the party that I represent at times. We have no idea about that.
That's our job to find out information.
Yeah,
we are good at
it. And the fact, can I speak now? My friend Karan was talking about Mahabharata. मैंने तो अभी रोका नहीं सका। महाभारत में कृष्ण गए थे कर्ण के पास, अपना नाम क्यों खराब कर रहे हो भाई? दुर्योधन के पास तो नहीं गए थे ना। अरे मोदी साहब दुर्योधन के पास जा रहे हैं। कर्ण के पास तो कृष्ण गए थे, मोदी साहब दुर्योधन के पास जा रहे हैं। अरे अपना नाम क्यों खराब करते हो कर्ण भाई? अपनी इच्छा अपना बोलते हो। Coming back to the contradiction, I tell you, these contradictions are part of Indian democracy. Like Congress and left, they are fighting in Kerala. They are together in Bengal and Tripura. But when it comes to saving the nation and democracy of this country or the polity of this country, we'll all come together. We have problems with Adhir Babu. We know that Adhir Babu is hobnobbing with the BJP. That's fine. But when it comes to saving the idea of India, the country,
that's breaking news.
Economy,
the leader of opposition of the country is hobnobbing with the BJP. That's breaking news, Manojit Mondal.
We are all coming.
Would Mr. Sabharwal respond to that? Like to respond to that? We are very short on time. But Mr. Sabharwal, Manojit has just said that Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is hobnobbing with the BJP.
We will unite. And look what BJP we have done to BJP. Now they are going to this AGP party. Sir, बता दीजिए कितना सीट है आपके पास बिहार में?
Minus Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. Minus Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary.
And also the Bengal model, Manojit.
AGP.
The Bengal model.
पासवान या पालवान क्या है?
You want to ensure that there is a Bengal model that is extrapolated on a national level with political violence, and the Congress and the left will not have a problem with this, much like the AAP and the Congress don't have a problem because the idea is to defeat Modi.
वो एलजीपी पासवान पालवान क्या है? एक बार बता दीजिए क्या कितना?
अरे ममता बनर्जी के पास कितनी सीटें?
Please let me give chance. Please give me chance. Please give me
that
chance.
question will be asked of you, no?
Please give me chance.
What about your political violence? What about the Bengal model of political violence?
Now BJP has to go to LGP because they are scared. Look at the plight of this 56-inch ka chhati. Now they have to go to LGP.
We are there.
You are scared.
And the LJP has the Sudarshan Chakra. And the LJP has the Sudarshan Chakra. They are so powerful, they will save the BJP. They will shield the BJP, right? Mr. Bappa, you need the protection. You need the kavach. You need the, Mr. Bappa, you need the kavach of Mr. Vajpayee. Mr. Bappa, you need the kavach of Mr. Vajpayee.
He is not aware about anything.
Sir, the point is
No covering. I'll answer myself. I will answer myself.
People out politically from
Yes, kindly allow me to speak. Allow me to. I will answer this man. I will answer this man. Please, the LJP, please listen to me now. The LJP is with the BJP, with the NDA.
Not a single member in the
One second.
Zero.
Okay. Actually, they are confusing.
Why don't you listen to me? Let me answer.
So the point is that
Let me answer.
Point, if you're not aligned,
Paramalji, he wants to respond. Listen to Vajpayee ji. He's raised questions. Let him respond.
That's why you are taking support.
I'll come back.
Please, let me answer
This
it.
is the position of your party.
Yes,
This is
Vajpayee
what I
ji.
said. Let me answer.
Actual frustration.
Yes. What I say, kindly listen to me. I say, since 2014, we.
Actually, LJP.
Why are you speaking? Why don't you want to listen? Why don't want you listen to me?
We are running out of time. But the jousting is really good.
I want to add one thing.
I'm sorry.
This jousting is really good. It is healthy for democracy. It just shows how vibrant we are. And the good thing is, hold on. The good thing is, everyone here in the window, every political party represented is actually fighting, contesting only for people's heart. Deepti, right? That's something which gives us hope that India's democracy is strong and vibrant. Not just hope, in fact, confidence that India's democracy is strong and vibrant. And whatever happens over the next couple of days in both the spaces, the opposition and the treasury benches side, what we are going to see is India's democracy getting strengthened further, right, Deepti?
Oh yes, absolutely. And as always, Republic will be a one-stop destination. For every news that is breaking, Manojit, you must continuously only watch Republic because we'll give you the micro details of what have leaders said to each other, who's calling whom, who's saying please aa jaiye, aise acha nahi lagega. How did Ravi and Ramesh Sabharwal ji became the best of friends? And for debates like these, gentlemen, I thank all of you for your time as we quickly head into a break. But on the other side, we are back with lots more.
The Amity BBA has been ranked India's #1 BBA in the Times of India B School 2022 rankings. To apply, visit amity.edu.
What is it that the nation really does not know in terms of the job that has been done by Chandrayaan 2?
Chandrayaan 2 was a follow-up of the Chandrayaan 1 mission, which has been a remarkable success. And one of the hailed finding is the discovery of water, or rather the hydroxyl molecules on the surface of the moon. Of course, we have very high resolution image of moon, almost 28 centimeter resolution, which is one of the highest resolution that we can create on moon, because we are capturing the image from 100 kilometer altitude, and that maps helps you to do the Chandrayaan 3 mission much more better.
हाउ इंडियन नेवी, मतलब समुद्र के किनारे यू सॉ शिप्स, व्हाट हैपेंड?
एक नेवल जिप्सी से एक बंदा उतरा सर, बंदा उतरा टिपिकल फिल्म जैसे, पहले जूते बाहर आता है, फिर उसका वाइट जूते, वाइट
कैमरा का फोकस है,
ऐसे जो फोकस, वाइट सॉक्स, फिर वाइट उसके ये, देन बेल्ट, बक्कल, कैप, ये गॉगल, एंड एक डंडा हाथ में प्रवोस्ट करा,
है ना?
you know,
You don't like it?
So I'm not a gay, but I felt in love with him that time. This was the first time when I'm seeing someone so close, and मुझे लगा सर ये होना चाहिए करके लाइफ में.
Talking about Chandrayaan 3, and if you look at both the missions, Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3, what is it that we have done differently this time?
There were many changes in the hardware to accomplish that. One of them is that we were landing with a single engine last time. Now we are going to land with 2 engines this time. Second is we are having more fuel on board to handle dispersions of wider extent. Then we looked at how sensors can mislead you. There are certain sensors to measure position, height, speed, relative to the moon, etc. And we try to put additional instruments to handle failures of multiple sensors.
हाउ इंडियन नेवी, मतलब समुद्र के किनारे यू सॉ शिप्स, व्हाट हैपेंड?
एक नेवल जिप्सी से एक बंदा उतरा सर, बंदा उतरा टिपिकल फिल्म जैसे, पहले जूते बाहर आता है, फिर उसका वाइट जूते, वाइट
कैमरा का फोकस है,
ऐसे जो फोकस, वाइट सॉक्स, फिर वाइट उसके ये, देन बेल्ट, बक्कल, कैप, ये गॉगल, एंड एक डंडा हाथ में प्रवोस्ट करा,
है ना?
you know.
You don't like it?
So I'm not a gay, but I felt in love with him that time. This was the first time when I'm seeing someone so close, and मुझे लगा सर ये होना चाहिए करके लाइफ में.
हाउ इंडियन नेवी, मतलब समुद्र के किनारे यू सॉ शिप्स, व्हाट हैपेंड?
एक नेवल जिप्सी से एक बंदा उतरा सर, बंदा उतरा टिपिकल फिल्म जैसे, पहले जूते बाहर आता है, फिर उसका वाइट जूते, वाइट
कैमरा का फोकस है,
ऐसे जो फोकस, वाइट सॉक्स, फिर वाइट उसके ये, देन बेल्ट, बक्कल, कैप, ये गॉगल, एंड एक डंडा हाथ में प्रवोस्ट करा.
In UP's Meerut, 6 Kavadias were electrocuted to death. This after their vehicle came in contact with a high-tension overhead wire.
ये ग्राम राली चौहान थाना भवनपुर में कल एक कांवड़ यात्रा जा रही थी, जिसमें डीजे एक बिजली के तार से टच होने के कारण उसमें करंट आ गया, जिससे 12 लोग घायल हुए, जिसमें अस्पताल में 6 लोगों की मृत्यु हो गई है. 6 लोगों का इलाज चल रहा है और जो घायल हैं उनको भी इलाज कराया जा रहा है. पुलिस प्रशासन पूरी घायलों के उपचार के लिए पूरी मदद कर रहा है, और इनकी जो तात्कालिक आर्थिक सहायता है उसके लिए भी उचित आश्वासन दिया गया है और प्रयास किया जा रहा है कि इनको मदद मिल जाए.
At least 10 Kavadias suffered injuries and were rushed to the hospital immediately. In the aftermath of the civic apathy, enraged villagers staged a protest over the incident. And additional force has been deployed to avoid any untoward incident. Bureau report for Republic TV.
आपकी स्टोरी जो है, फैमिली बैकग्राउंड, ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है, एंड नोबडी वुड कनेक्ट इट टू
somebody becoming an officer in the Indian Navy.
मेरे चाचा बहुत अच्छे, वेरी क्लोज टू अस, बट वो गैंगस्टर थे सर। भाई सर, बॉम्बे के प्रॉपर भाई सर। तो ही वाज अ बिग नेम दोज डेज एंड फिर उनका एनकाउंटर हुआ तो हम लोग वो ऑरा में जिए सर। मुझे पहला, हम 3 भाई हैं, तो मेरा पहला ये था करियर ऑप्शन वाज टू बी अ गैंगस्टर।
What is it that the nation really does not know in terms of the job that has been done by Chandrayaan 2?
Chandrayaan 2 was a follow-up of the Chandrayaan 1 mission, which has been a remarkable success. And one of the hailed finding is the discovery of water, or rather the hydroxyl molecules on the surface of the moon. Of course, we have very high resolution image of moon, almost 28 centimeter resolution, which is one of the highest resolution that we can create on moon, because we are capturing the image from 100 kilometer altitude, and that maps helps you to do the Chandrayaan 3 mission much more better.
आपकी स्टोरी जो है, फैमिली बैकग्राउंड, ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है एंड नोबडी वुड कनेक्ट इट टू somebody becoming an officer in the Indian Navy.
मेरे चाचा बहुत अच्छे, वेरी क्लोज टू अस, बट वो गैंगस्टर थे सर। भाई सर, बॉम्बे के प्रॉपर भाई सर। तो ही वाज अ बिग नेम दोज डेज एंड फिर उनका एनकाउंटर हुआ तो हम लोग वो ऑरा में जिए सर। मुझे पहला, हम 3 भाई हैं, तो मेरा पहला ये था करियर ऑप्शन वाज टू बी अ गैंगस्टर।
Then you wore whites and all, and you completed your training, you were commissioned, and then Kargil happens.
ऑपरेशन तलवार ऐसा एक वॉर था, आई मीन नेवी पार्टिसिपेटेड, जो तीनों जो कमांड है नेवी का एक साथ इट केम अंडर वेस्टर्न नेवल। वेस्ट पे देवर 33 शिप्स सर, एंड देन व्हेन ही सेड दैट कि इट्स अ वॉर यू आर गोइंग, सो पहला इमोशन जो होता है ना, अगर मूवी में सब दिखाते हैं कि मारेंगे काटेंगे, वैसे कुछ नहीं होता था। लगती है पहले साला 22 साल, अभी तो मेरी फैमिली ऊपर आ रही है, ऑल दोस पर्सनल इमोशन, बट धीरे धीरे सिंक होता है कि ना आपने तो यूनिफॉर्म इसी दिन के लिए पहना था करके।
Talking about Chandrayaan 3, and if you look at both the mission Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3, what is it that we have done differently this time?
There were many changes in the hardware to accomplish that. One of them is that we were landing with a single engine last time. Now we are going to land with 2 engines this time. Second is we are having more fuel on board to handle dispersions of wider extent. Then we looked at how sensors can mislead you. There are certain sensors to measure position, height, speed, relative to the moon, etc. And we try to put additional instruments to handle failures of multiple
On 2nd of July, a group of pro-Khalistani supporters attempted to set the Indian consulate in San Francisco on fire. 10 days later, waving the tricolour and chanting Bharat Mata Ki Jai slogans, scores of Indian community members staged a protest outside the consulate. Expressing support for India and its diplomats, members of the Indian community took to streets of San Francisco. From Canada to the United States, the Khalistani terror cannot be ignored. And the Indian community has sent out a strong message. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
How Indian Navy, मतलब समुद्र के किनारे, you saw ships, what happened?
एक नेवल जिप्सी से एक बंदा उतरा सर, बंदा उतरा, टिपिकल फिल्म जैसे पहले जूते बाहर आता है, फिर उसका व्हाइट जूते, व्हाइट
कैमरा का फोकस है,
ऐसे जो फोकस, व्हाइट सॉक्स, फिर व्हाइट उसके ये, देन बेल्ट, बकल, कैप, ये गॉगल एंड एक डंडा हाथ में प्रवोस्ट वाला। You know, you don't like it. Though I'm not a gay, but I felt in love with him that time. This was the first time when I'm seeing someone so close, and मुझे लगा सर ये होना चाहिए करके लाइफ में.
Talking about Chandrayaan 3, and if you look at both the mission Chandrayaan 2 and Chandrayaan 3, what is it that we have done differently this time?
There were many changes in the hardware to accomplish that. One of them is that we were landing with a single engine last time. Now we are going to land with 2 engines this time. Second is we are having more fuel on board to handle dispersions of wider extent. Then we looked at how sensors can mislead you. There are certain sensors to measure position, height, speed, relative to the moon, etc. And we try to put additional instruments to handle failures of multiple sensors.
How Indian Navy, मतलब समुद्र के किनारे you saw ships, what happened?
एक नेवल जिप्सी से एक बंदा उतरा सर. बंदा उतरा टिपिकल फिल्म जैसे पहले जूते बाहर आता है, फिर उसका व्हाइट जूते, व्हाइट
कैमरा का फोकस है,
ऐसे जो फोकस, व्हाइट सॉक्स, फिर व्हाइट उसके ये, देन बेल्ट, बकल, कैप, ये गॉगल एंड एक डंडा हाथ में प्रोवोस्ट वाला.
है ना? You don't like it.
Though I'm not a gay, but I felt in love with him that time. This was the first time when I'm seeing someone so close, and मुझे लगा सर ये होना चाहिए करके लाइफ में.
How Indian Navy, मतलब समुद्र के किनारे you saw ships, what happened?
एक नेवल जिप्सी से एक बंदा उतरा सर. बंदा उतरा टिपिकल फिल्म जैसे पहले जूते बाहर आता है, फिर उसका व्हाइट जूते, व्हाइट
कैमरा का फोकस है,
ऐसे जो फोकस, व्हाइट सॉक्स, फिर व्हाइट उसके ये, देन बेल्ट, बकल, कैप, ये गॉगल एंड एक डंडा हाथ में प्रोवोस्ट वाला.
है ना? You don't like it.
Though I'm not a gay, but I felt in love with him that time. This was the first time when I'm seeing someone so close, and मुझे लगा सर ये होना चाहिए करके लाइफ में.
Then you wore whites and all, and you completed your training, you were commissioned, and then Kargil happens.
ऑपरेशन तलवार ऐसा एक वॉर था, आई मीन नेवी पार्टिसिपेटेड, जो तीनों जो कमांड है नेवी का एक साथ इट केम अंडर वेस्टर्न नेवल. वेस्ट पे देवर 33 शिप्स, एंड देन व्हेन ही सेड दैट कि इट्स अ वॉर यू आर गोइंग, सो पहला इमोशन जो होता है ना, अगर मूवी में सब दिखाते हैं कि मारेंगे काटेंगे, वैसे कुछ नहीं होता था. लगती है पहले साला 22 साल, अभी तो मेरी फैमिली ऊपर आ रही है, ऑल दोस यू नो पर्सनल इमोशन. बट धीरे 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 सिंक होता है कि ना आपने तो यूनिफॉर्म इसी दिन के लिए पहना था करके.
That's away from launch. Mark and counting.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Lift-off normal.
Here we have a majestic lift-off of LTM-3 M4 rocket carrying India's prestigious Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft.
आपकी स्टोरी जो है, फैमिली बैकग्राउंड, ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है, एंड नोबडी वुड कनेक्ट इट टू यू नो समबडी बिकमिंग एन ऑफिसर इन द इंडियन नेवी.
मेरे चाचा बहुत अच्छे, वेरी क्लोज टू अस, बट वो गैंगस्टर थे.
भाई
सर बॉम्बे के
प्रॉपर भाई
सर. तो he was a big name those days, and फिर उनका एनकाउंटर हुआ तो हम लोग वो ऑरा में जिए सर. मुझे पहला, हम 3 भाई हैं, तो मेरा पहला ये था करियर ऑप्शन वाज टू बी अ गैंगस्टर.
What is it that the nation really does not know in terms of the job that has been done by Chandrayaan 2?
Chandrayaan 2 was a follow-up of the Chandrayaan 1 mission, which has been a remarkable success. And one of the hailed finding is the discovery of water, or rather the hydroxyl molecules on the surface of the moon. Of course, we have very high resolution image of moon, almost 28 centimeter resolution, which is one of the highest resolution that we can create on moon, because we are capturing the image from 100 kilometer altitude, and that maps helps you to do the Chandrayaan 3 mission much more better.
सत्रह 18 जुलाई को होने जा रही लाइक माइंडेड पार्टीज की बेंगलोर में जो बैठक है, उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी आदरणीय अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की अध्यक्षता में हिस्सा लेगी।
As Congress says it will oppose ordinance, Aam Aadmi Party confirms attendance for opposition meet.
So they said the capacity of the river had decreased and all the gates had got locked, and thus flooding has happened.
Republic accesses clincher document stating key flood meet was delayed. Who is responsible for Delhi deluge?
The BJP's government of Haryana was negligent. They should have been better prepared. They should have accepted.
While the citizens suffer, Aam Aadmi Party and BJP continue to blame each other for the floods in Delhi. Despite Ajit Pawar camp meeting Sharad Pawar, sources suggest Sharad Pawar is firm, will not join hands with the BJP.
बैठक है एनडीए की, उसमें जाएंगे, कुछ बातें जो होती रहेंगी वो आपको बताएंगे। आज सिर्फ इतना कि एनडीए में हम शामिल हो गए।
Massive boost to NDA ahead of 2024. Former Akhilesh Yadav now back in NDA fold. Opposition miffed. After JDS and BJP bonhomie against Congress, Bomai drops hint a comeback in NDA fold might be next for JDS. 30 Hindus held hostage by bandits in Pakistan over Seema Haidar's escape to India. Viewers, we keep getting you the fastest updates. I'm Shivangi Shukla. Republic has accessed clinch a document that states that the Apex Committee meant for flood control and preparedness, headed by Chief Minister Kejriwal, never met over the last 2 years. Furthermore, the compulsory meeting of the Apex Committee should have taken place by end of June and issue a flood control.